All right, so welcome to Car Conversations. As I'm heading to the gym, this is a time where I really illustrate and just go over, some game. I understand that my audience is between 18 and 25, and I really want to just focus on giving the game to those like myself, my younger version of myself. So today's topic: do you want to be a spectator or a paid viewer? As it's the approach of a new year, and we're starting off, whether we have our backs against the wall or we have nothing but hope and prosperity in front of us, we're in a position right now where it's a lot of spectator viewers going around, where by being in this predicament, it allows us to see everyone else's success. And sometimes that can become overwhelming. It can become overbearing, where we lose track of our own accomplishments, our own expectations for ourselves. Family, friends, they might be sending you videos and giving you game, or just saying things in your ears that can distract you or hinder you from your true growth. A lot of times what ends up happening is that we're in predicaments where we're forced to have to adapt. Right? And this mentality comes from survival. It comes from being in a space where your back's against the wall. But how are you going to be in a predicament where you're able to focus on yourself and the version of yourself that you want to become if you're always speculating and looking at what everybody else do? So in order to truly grow and prosper, you have to position yourself where you closed off and you focus on yourself. There's no reason in the world why you're so caught up in everybody else's life. Right? The expression is caught up with the Jones, and you're not focused on yourself. You're not focused enough to dedicate an extra hour a day to who you're supposed to become. That just doesn't make any sense. So, again, do you want to be a speculator? Or do you want to be the paid viewer, the person that people come to see you? And in order to do that, what kind of work are you willing to put in? Within this journey of mine, even over the weekend, just to give you an overview, I get caught sometimes in comparing my work to others. And I have to take a step back and realize my lens is different from theirs. It might be the same brand, but it's different because my world's different. So of course, the outcome of it's going to look different. And that helped me to understand that, to give myself grace, to look at it different, because it's high quality. It's still pushing the message, but it looks different, right? We get so caught up in the speculation of what it's supposed to look like that we forget that it looks exactly what it needs to be. So I was over the weekend just going back and forth from the same project and spending hours on hours. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck's going on, man? Like, it's not looking the way that I know it's supposed to be. So what I did was, fuck it, I'm gonna start over from scratch. I'm gonna look at it from the perspective and the lens of what it's supposed to be, which is mine. I'm going to start documenting a hard 75 where I'm recording every day for 75 days, focusing on including that within the road to 15%. But how many times have I been in a predicament where I've done something, didn't like it, and I started over? There's too many times. All right, so enough's enough. So now it's time to implement. Now it's time to really progress and put my best foot forward, and that's what I'm here to do. So within Car Conversations, I really want you to just gravitate towards who do you want to become. The speculator that's always caught up with the Joneses, seeing what's trending, who's dating who's with who. Or do you want to find yourself in a predicament where you're focusing on yourself, entering your craft? Once you're in a predicament where you're able to focus on yourself, focus on your objectives, focus on what you need to do in order to become better, then and only then will you be able to gravitate towards your blessings. But you gotta limit your distractions. You gotta limit what's in your possession. Sometimes the shinier things, it gravitates towards to fall off. We don't want that. We want to be in a predicament where we're able to really focus on ourselves, focus on that grind. So within today's workout, I have an upper extremity workout where I'm focused on the chest, the back, and the arms. So let's get right into it. All right, so starting it off, I'm gonna have a general warm up on the treadmill at an incline of 10%. Speed is a speed walk around 2.1 to 2.5. I'm gonna be performing this for about 5 to 10 minutes. The general warm up is ideal just to come up in the gym, warm the body up, and just get ready for the upcoming workout. Our ultimate goal is to decrease body fat. So by doing so, you want to focus on being within a certain threshold. That way your body is utilizing energy a certain pathway. The way that you're going to calculate to understand what energy your body is taking away from what metabolic pathway is 220 minus your age times 0.55 to 0.65%. For myself, this is going to be between 109 max 132. All right, so after our general warm up, we're going to have the core activation where we're stabilizing, engaging the core for our upcoming workout. Now keep your arms straight, having a slight bend at the elbow. We're going to be having a lying cable dead bug at the bottom position. Now our legs fully extending. You want to make sure that your toes point towards you. Keeping that trunk tall, that way you can engage your core. We're going to be performing each exercise for 45 to 60 seconds. All right, so our next exercise within our core activation, we're going to have a kneeling cable torso rotation. With a straight arm, chest is tall. This is great for your obliques and making sure that you have a neutral spine. I'm gonna do about 30 to 45 seconds on each side, then we'll switch. All right, performing our dynamic warm up. We're gonna start off with the inchworm. Each movement, we're gonna have 4 to 6 reps. It's a great exercise because we're really focused on the lumbar spine. 2 more. 5, 6. And right into it. 1.5 kneeling spinal twist. Good for both the lumbar and the thoracic spine. Now, an important tip is making sure that you breathe through each movement. That way you have a greater range of motion. After that, we're gonna have alternate scorpion. Same exact thing, just a leg crossover. Now, an important note is making sure that your hands firmly press against the floor as you cross against the body. Now, knees first and second long, anything stays in motion unless there's greater resistance. All right, so as we're pushing against the floor is pushing against us. That way, we're staying stable. All right, so starting it off with our pre-rehabilitation, we're gonna have a dumbbell external rotation, focusing on the rotator cuffs. I'm gonna perform 10 on each side. Now everyone gets misconstrued. You know, you want to go between what your body allows as your range of motion. So tucking the elbows in. If you limit, you're restricted here, don't try to go past that. 9, 10. After that, we're gonna have an internal rotation. Now, again, we're not gonna go straight here with the elbows flared out. We're gonna slightly tuck it in, relax your shoulders, and then go down. 8, 9, 10. Motherfucker burn. After that, we're gonna have a downward retraction. We're driving the elbows to the hips, making sure that our shoulder blades touch on our posterior chain. Now, the reason why a downward retraction was very important is because as we're doing a lat pull down, or even if we're doing a barbell flat bench press, we want to make sure that our shoulders are touching and our shoulders around back, keeping our posture tall. All right, so to blow up the arms, making sure that we're just ready for the workout. We're gonna have upper body ergometer, perform this for 45 seconds. This is a great exercise because it blows up the arms, shoulders, triceps, chest, and back, just like your skin. That's good money. All right, so now we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes of the workout. We're gonna start off with some weighted push-ups, weighted pull-ups, and weighted dips. All right, so let's get right into it. Reps. Ooh. All in all, definitely a good pump to start off the workout. It's important to make sure that you're focused on your preparation. That way you can properly execute as you perform your lifts. You won't really have anything to worry about as it pertains to injuries because you're properly warming up. So next, after I did that tricep of weighted push-ups, pull-ups, and dips, I'm gonna follow it up with the multi-grip flat bench press. Nothing too crazy on the weight. I'm gonna be focusing on the amount of reps and contraction first, and then I'll go up to really challenge myself. Come on, boy, let's work. You got this money. Oh, shit. Oh, yes. Slippery. Oh, fuck. I didn't know excuses, though. Fuck. My second to last one was a brutal. So next, we're gonna perform a dumbbell close grip, really targeting the middle chest and blowing it up as much as possible. You know, you gotta stay focused even when you feel tired. Even when you feel like you wanna give up, you gotta keep going. Let's make it happen. I'm gonna be performing the hammer strength behind the back shoulder press. Now this can be optimal depending upon your shoulder mobility. A lot of times people can't press behind their back, so I would avoid this at all costs. Now you wanna make sure that your shoulder blades are touching, keeping your chest tall. Your starting position is right here. It's when your elbow and your shoulders align, and we're pressing up. Oh, fart. There you go. Light work, easy money, keep it pushing. Within each segment, each exercise, right, we're performing between 8 to 12 reps. We're trying to stay ideally within that 12 rep range. And then I'm gonna rest between 60 to 75 seconds, max 75. Getting within our back portion of the workout, we're gonna start off with a neutral lat pull down. Keeping that chest tight, have a downward retraction, have a slight bend in the elbows. Squeeze all the way down, keeping a neutral spine. The reason why most people aren't being able to engage their back is because you're not focused on that downward retraction. Oh, shit. Every once in a while, as I'm working out, man, just focus on why I do it, you know what I mean? And not only is it just for the physical attribution towards seeing, you know, the type of body that I want, but it just gives clarity, man. It gives the opportunity just to focus, tune out, and see the result of accomplishing something that day. Like, a lot of our problems, man, if it's not 20, I would say 20% of our problems come from self. The other 80% of problems, man, it comes from life. It comes from just those around us. And so if you find yourself in a predicament where you just got so many problems, look at if it's the ones around you, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we feel obligated to want to help. And it can be overwhelming at times because you're not even in a predicament where you can help yourself. So this message is just to the younger crowd, man. Again, you want to overfill your cup in order to bless others. You know, you don't want to pour your cup into others and you're not even full yet. Using that analogy, man, at the same time, you can't try to replenish those who are thirsty if you still not hydrated yourself. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure, man, that, again, it's your overfilled blessings that you can pour into others. It's not you trying to spread yourself thin when you're in the gym. You know what I'm saying? That's an opportunity that you can give to yourself. That's what I feel when I'm working out. Just been in a predicament where nothing matters. You know what I'm saying? Besides the work that I'm putting in. And that matters at all. So keep it going. Next one, I have face pulls. Dropping those hips, keeping the chest tall. Really focus on those real delts and traps. Here we go. So that felt really good. I was able to really capitalize off of contracting the traps, really feeling their rear delts, pausing for a split second, so the weight was good. I'm gonna have the overhead tricep extensions. Really focus on pulling away from the body. I always tell my clients it's like a reverse bicep curl because you really want to make sure that you're flexing at the forearm and then fully extending to engage the triceps. I'll drop down just a little bit. And straight down. So we're focused on the outside tricep, the long head. Now we're focused on the short. Man. Now, it wouldn't be an upper extremity full workout if we didn't incorporate those biceps. Keeping that chest tall, having a slight bend at the bicep at the bottom position, fully extending and curling at the top. Now we still have tension, but we're still fully lengthened at the top, curling in. Now on the internet, we see a lot of tears because we're fully lengthening when the bicep needs to keep tension and a slight bend. 10, 11. All right, so now that we finished our biceps and our triceps and our single joint movements, now it's time to get into some core movements, finish out the workout, then we're gonna have 30 minutes in the sauna. Now, it wouldn't be a full workout if we didn't end it with some core. And why not finish it with a weighted plank? We got 30 seconds on the clock. So as we're performing a plank, we want to make sure that our elbows align with our shoulder. We want to have an anterior pelvic tilt. That way we can really engage the lower abdominals. And just focus on the breathing. And as you exhale, really squeeze. Making sure that the weight gets off your body. You want to make sure that it's a slow movement. Now we're going to have an isometric oblique raise. Same thing, 30 seconds. Aligning that elbow with the shoulder. Keeping that chest tall. And just allow the weight to push you against gravity. That way you're able to really engage those obliques. All right, so that concludes today's workout, upper extremity, where we're focused on the chest, the back, and the arms. And so we went through the general warm-up. We did 5 to 10 minutes on an incline speed walk. After that, we followed up with some core activation to stabilize the core, really focus on torsional rotation. Then we went into our dynamic warm-up, exercises that was really gonna mimic certain movements and certain muscles, the way we can get the full attraction and engagement that we're looking for. And after that, we went through our pre-rehabilitation, which allowed us to really focus on the limiting factors such as the rotator cuff and the lumbar spine. That way we had a great, effective workout without any distractions coming from pain. All right, the meat and potatoes of the workout, which was the chest and the back. Then we followed up with our single joint movements where we focused on the arms, ended it very similar with some weighted core movements. And now we got 30 minutes in the sauna. One thing that I do want to just make note of, we're combining both together, right? So it's a hard 75, 0 to 15% body fat. Continue to follow along the journey. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I really send this to those who really want to focus on just helping another content creator that's out there that's really going to be giving out game and that's hungry for this, you know what I mean? So again, make the change, be the change, maximize your life through fitness, be who you desire. So get after it.